Hello, and welcome back to Belmont Bunch today, where we're talking about a very, very, very boring game of hockey. But the Islanders are 2-0 and have not trailed yet, so I'm not going to complain that much, but I will complain a little bit. So the Islanders get a very tired Arizona Coyotes team that last night played a pretty competitive game with the New York Rangers. Tonight, you could tell that they were a team on the second half of a back-to-back, very obviously. The Islanders, end-to-end domination of the game. 66% of the draws the Islanders win. Shots 31-14 in favor of the Islanders. Arizona, just the best chance they had tonight was on their 4-minute power play, which was pretty quick into the game. And it's not really the way you want to start a game when you're playing a team that is coming off of the back end of is in the back end of a back-to-back. Give them a chance to go ahead early and actually, get into the game. Luckily for the Islanders, they don't allow any shots on that 5-on-4 power play. They did a really good job of, basically limiting any decent looks. There was one decent look on that power play. The Islanders were a little bit fortunate to escape. There was a backdoor pass. I think it was Ryan Pulock for a second, maybe switched off a little bit, but it got put wide, and the Islanders escaped that. And that was pretty much it for the Yotes offense. Third period, there was a little bit of a push, but we'll get there. First period, the Islanders had a couple of 2-on-1s. Actually, throughout this game, they had a bunch of 2-on-1s, probably like 5 or 6, and they did not do much with any of them. There was one that turned into a decent chance, but just the Islanders are too obvious that they're being unselfish and that they're going to pass it. They need someone to rip one on one of those to make the goalie respect that, they're going to shoot on occasion. That's what makes the pass possible in the future, is if the goalie actually believes that, the shot is a possibility. He has to play that. So the Islanders really didn't do that tonight. The one good 2-on-1 was between two players that are showing some chemistry, I think. Simon Holmstrom, who I thought had one especially great shift tonight. I thought he was good on the forecheck. It's not, a sexy game, but it's Islander hockey, which is somewhere in the first period, twice he picked a puck off, turned it into a chance in one shift. And I think he had a 2-on-1 the other day where he definitely should have shot. But that seems to be a team-wide thing, so not going to put that all on him. But Simon Holmstrom had a 2-on-1 that he knocked out of the air. It was a good saucer pass by Barzy, maybe a little bit too close to the goalie, but Holmstrom did the best that he could do, swung at it, hit it out of the air. Good save by Vejmelka. We're going to go with that, and I'm not going to say it again the whole review. It was funny hearing Butch try to say it, but in fairness, I didn't do much better. The second period, the Islanders get a power play, turn it into a goal less than 10 seconds into it. Face-off win. Like tonight, they were just automatic in the dot. And Dobson, I've been very hard on Dobson. Didn't get blocked on Twitter before he deleted it. Dobson did a good job there of selling the shot, which is something he needs to tell the forwards how to do, because he went straight to the middle, made it look. I thought he was going to go for a wrister and just try to get on net. Instead, he slides it back to Barzy. Barzy, with his best Ovi impression, slaps one home on the power play, and that was it for the scoring. Isles go up 1-0 there. The power play, is signs of progress. Aside from obviously scoring, I think they're moving the puck a little bit faster, getting the pucks on net a little bit more. So that's good. Somebody I thought had a good game tonight. I thought a lot of guys had a good game tonight. I thought Sebastian Aho in an increased role because of the Scott Mayfield injury. I thought he played well. I thought Sebastian Aho tonight played really well and drew a penalty. And on that play, if they had not called it, he still held up pretty well. The second period had a guy draped all over him. And, I joke that, he's going to fall once a game. But really strong on his skates there. And that's something that's very welcome to see from Sebastian Aho. Third period, a little bit, this is what happens when you let a team hang around. The Yotes started to get something going a little bit. They had a period where they had 6 shots in a row. The Islanders basically abandoned all offense and just were going with dump and chase, and that was pretty much it. And they survive. It didn't get too dicey at the end. Those 6 shots in a row, nothing crazy. And Ilya Sorokin did a good job tonight of staying in the game despite, the Yotes not really making him a factor. So he gets a shutout. I'm playing against him in fantasy in one league. I have him in the other, so it's a wash. The Islanders, 900th game for Matt Martin, who I thought looked fine tonight. Cal Clutterbuck looked pretty good tonight. I thought they looked a little bit slow in the opener, so it was good to see that. Anders Lee, to me, is interesting. I don't think he's done anything wrong so far, but he looks slower. And I know he's never been a burner, but I feel like he looks even slower. But he's using his body to his advantage, which is good. And I think he's actually doing a better job than usual, of doing that. Usually that's always a part of his game in front of the net, but I feel like he's, expanding that to other areas of the ice. And he's good along the boards, so that's something. I don't know if there's anything else to talk about. It was pretty quiet. Boring but effective is what I'm going for the thumbnail. Really didn't have much. Wrote that before the game because I thought it might be a possibility. Turns out correct. So, yeah. Interested to see, they go against the Devils next, the Isles. Devils are a team that is coming off of doing bag skates. So, very curious to see how the Devils come out. Should be Semyon Varlamov, I would think. You want to get him going. So, let's see what that looks like. And that's it. I don't think there's going to be a pod this week. I think I might do something live on Insta. So, we'll see on Thursday. And that's pretty much it. Islanders 2-0 for the first time since, I think, 14-15. So that's cool. They got a schedule early on that's fairly advantageous. A lot of non-playoff teams from last year. And so far 2 for 2. And we'll see how they do against the playoff team next. So that's it from Belmont Bunch. Goodbye.